Ever dreamt of like brokering deals for those massive machines? You know, the ones that like reshape the world.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going deep into the life of an import-export manager
Okay.
in heavy machinery.
All right.
And forget those spreadsheets
Yeah.
and swivel chairs.
Right.
This is about orchestrating a global ballet of bulldozers and cranes.
Right.
Right, yeah. You're right. It's not just like logistics and stuff.
Right.
You got to understand the heartbeat of these massive projects.
Right.
Whether it's like a skyscraper in Dubai or even a mining operation in the Andes.
Right.
These machines are the backbone.
Yeah.
Import-export managers, they're the ones that keep those backbones strong.
Oh, so we're using RoleCatcher's career guide and website as our blueprints for this deep dive.
Sounds good.
So tell me, what makes this career path so much more than just pushing papers?
Well, what I think is so fascinating here is the sheer scale and impact.
We're talking about coordinating the movement of equipment worth millions, navigating those international regulations, and building relationships across cultures.
Yeah.
One day you might be negotiating a deal with a manufacturer in Germany.
Okay.
The next, you're ironing out logistics with a shipping company in Singapore.
So it's like being a conductor.
Yeah.
But instead of an orchestra, you're leading a symphony of like freight forwarders, customs officials, engineers.
Totally.
RoleCatcher really emphasizes the dynamic nature of this job.
It really is.
What does a typical day look like for someone starting out in this field?
So imagine yourself as an entry-level assistant. You're the right hand of the manager, the one who keeps the gears turning smoothly. You might be researching international trade regulations, specifically Incoterms.
Incoterms, okay.
Which are like the language of global trade.
Okay.
They basically spell out who's responsible for every step of the shipment.
Okay.
From insurance to customs clearance.
So you're not just like learning the ropes, you're deciphering the intricate code of international commerce.
Exactly.
Talk about trial by fire.
Yeah, it's a crucial phase for just absorbing knowledge.
Okay.
As you move up to a coordinator role, you'll be putting that knowledge into action.
Right.
Coordinating shipments, liaising with suppliers and freight forwarders, and troubleshooting. Any hiccups along the way?
Those hiccups.
Oh, there are always hiccups.
Right.
For instance, imagine a shipment of excavator parts held up in customs due to a paperwork error.
Oh, okay.
You become a detective.
Oh, wow.
Identifying the issue and finding a solution to get those parts moving again.
So problem solving under pressure is a must-have skill.
Absolutely.
What I'm gathering here is this isn't your typical desk job.
No.
It requires a very unique blend of like diplomacy, logistics, and a bit of that international intrigue.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as you gain more experience, becoming a senior specialist, you transition from just executing to strategizing.
Okay.
Think about a company expanding its mining operations into a new market.
Right.
You're not just overseeing the shipment of equipment.
Okay.
You're developing the entire import-export strategy, assessing risks, and even managing a team.
That's where leadership skills come into play.
Exactly.
You're essentially orchestrating a complex operation on a global scale.
Precisely.
Okay.
And if you set your sights on becoming an import-export manager, well, that's where you become the maestro of this whole operation.
Wow, the maestro.
You're setting the company's import-export strategy, managing budgets, and building relationships with international partners.
From deciphering HS codes for a bulldozer's hydraulic system to negotiating multi-million-dollar deals, it's clear this role is as demanding as it is rewarding. Speaking of which, what are some of the essential skills RoleCatcher highlights for success in this field?
Okay.
What does it take to not just survive, but thrive in this global arena?
Yeah. RoleCatcher, they don't mince words.
Right.
It takes a specific blend of hard skills and soft skills to really excel in this.
Okay, got it.
On the technical side, like understanding international trade regulations and customs procedures is non-negotiable.
Right.
We're talking about mastering those Incoterms, deciphering the HS codes that differentiate a bulldozer's engine from its tracks, navigating the labyrinthine world.
It sounds like a whole other language.
It is. It really is.
Wow.
But then you've also got those soft skills. Surely they come into play when you're dealing with clients and suppliers across different continents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the guide really stresses the importance of communication, negotiation, and cultural sensitivity.
Yeah.
Imagine you're trying to hammer out a deal with a supplier in China.
Right.
You got to keep in mind all those little nuances of their business etiquette, cultural context, those interpersonal skills.
Yeah.
They can make or break a deal.
It's about bridging cultures as much as bridging continents.
100%.
RoleCatcher seems to emphasize the importance of always being one step ahead in this field.
Right.
How does an aspiring import-export manager make sure they're not just keeping up?
Yeah.
But actually setting the pace?
One word. Proactivity.
Proactivity.
The guide really stresses the need for continuous learning.
Right.
For example, imagine a new trade agreement comes out between two countries that are major players in the heavy machinery market. An astute import-export manager would already be researching the details of that agreement.
Wow.
Analyzing its potential impact on their operations.
So it's about being a trend spotter.
Yes.
Anticipating those shifts in the global market.
Yes.
And using that knowledge to your advantage.
Exactly.
Speaking of advantage, what does RoleCatcher suggest for someone who's ready to take that proactive approach and land their dream job in this field?
Remember those professional organizations we talked about earlier, like the International Trade Association? RoleCatcher suggests tapping into those networks, but not in the way you might think.
Okay, how so?
It's not about, attending stuffy conferences. It's about leveraging online platforms like LinkedIn, joining industry-specific groups, and engaging in conversations with other professionals in the heavy machinery import-export world.
It sounds like networking is evolving from awkward handshakes to like online engagement, building genuine connections.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher takes it a step further with its reverse matching system.
This is where it gets really interesting. I remember you mentioning it earlier. Remind me again how this whole reverse matching thing works.
Okay, so think of it like a dating app, but for your career. Employers, using RoleCatcher, they create these detailed profiles outlining their ideal candidate. And if your skills and experience align, you'll pop up on their radar.
So you're not just submitting your resume into a black hole. You're being matched with companies. Actively seeking your specific expertise.
Exactly.
This sounds too good to be true. Have you actually seen it work?
It's all based on algorithms and data analysis. While, there are no guarantees, I've heard from many professionals who've had success with this feature.
That's great.
It's a testament to how technology is changing
the
way we connect with opportunities.
It's like RoleCatcher is playing matchmaker for your career.
I love it.
What else does this platform offer to give aspiring import-export managers an edge in this competitive market? So we're back and ready to unearth more of those gems from RoleCatcher.
Lots of them.
This platform really is like a Swiss Army knife for career advancement.
It really is. And speaking of tools, let's talk about those CV building features. They use AI to help you craft a CV that stands out, in that sea of applicants.
We all know how important a strong CV is, but honestly, it can feel like a chore.
Oh, tell me about it.
Trying to condense like a career's worth of experience onto a couple of pages. How does RoleCatcher make that process less painful?
It's not just about formatting. RoleCatcher's AI actually analyzes your CV based on the specific job descriptions you're interested in, and then suggests improvements to make sure you're speaking the right language.
So it's like having a personal brand strategist. You can translate, my skills and experience into a language that resonates.
Exactly. Imagine you're going for a role that needs experience with a specific type of heavy machinery, like crawler cranes. RoleCatcher might say, hey, you should highlight that project where you successfully navigated the import of those cranes for that major infrastructure project.
It's about making those connections between my skills and the specific needs of the job.
Exactly.
Talk about working smarter, not harder.
Absolutely. And remember those practice interview questions about? RoleCatcher actually takes it a step further.
Okay.
With its video analysis feature.
Video analysis.
And like you can record yourself answering those questions and then get AI-powered feedback.
Oh, wow.
On your delivery, your content, even your body language.
It's like having a virtual interview coach.
Yes.
Analyzing my every move. I'm both intrigued and slightly terrified.
I get it. But think of it as a way to, like, you know, iron out those kinks.
Right.
And present, like, your most confident self.
Right.
During those high-pressure moments.
It's about fine-tuning my approach and anticipating those tricky questions, you know, before I'm sitting across from the hiring manager.
Exactly.
We've uncovered so many valuable insights.
We have.
From RoleCatcher.
Yeah.
What's the key takeaway you hope our listeners walk away with?
You know, the world of heavy machinery, import-export, it's dynamic, it's demanding.
Right.
But it is so rewarding.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher, it gives you the knowledge, the tools, the connections to navigate it all and build a really successful career. It really shows how technology can empower us, you know, to achieve our goals.
It's been an eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
Into a field that's awfully overlooked, but it plays such a crucial role in shaping, you know, our world.
100%.
For anyone who's ready to roll up their sleeves and jump into the driver's seat of their career, RoleCatcher has the keys. That's a wrap on this deep dive.
Awesome.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep aiming for those big, ambitious goals.